Welcome everyone to the Everything Show, Thor Ragnarok review, or spoiler review. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I'm with Ben. What's up, Ben?
Hello.
Okay, Ben, first we're going to go with your opinion, and
All
then
right.
I'll talk afterwards, because I talk too much sometimes.
I like the movie. Basically, I've been calling it as Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay, tell us what you
I
like
like.
about it.
I thought the cameo of Doctor Strange was really funny. When Thor kept holding his thing out in the hammer. Hulk was really good. I want a solo Hulk movie, Marvel.
Yeah, I know, me too. All right,
Um,
yeah, what else?
Valkyrie was pretty good,
Yeah,
and Jeff Goldblum's character was hilarious.
yes. Okay. I thought that Jeff Goldblum was one of the best parts of the movie. I also loved Kate Blanchett. I thought she was
Really good.
fantastic. I loved Carl Urban was fantastic. The Valkyrie was fantastic. I liked everybody in here, really. I had some issues with the movie, though. And I don't know if it's because I'm a heavy Marvel guy reading the comics and stuff like that. But my biggest problem is that, well, there's a few, I'm going to point out a few big problems. One, and this is spoilers, guys, in case you saw it. I don't want to spoil for you. So if you didn't see the movie, don't watch this review. I had a problem where the Hulk was not utilized hardly at all on Asgard. Now, um, the Hulk in the comics gets angry, gets stronger, gets bigger. Especially if you've seen in the Age of Ultron when he's fighting the Hulkbuster. As he's getting more angry, he's getting bigger and he's getting stronger. In the comics, Jean Grey used him to fight Onslaught and just about defeat him, basically, because every time he got mad, he got stronger. Okay, he and Thor, yes, they're two big powerhouses, but the Hulk gets stronger the madder he is. I don't know for the life of me why he goes to Asgard and the Hulk does not fight Hela at all. So I had a problem with that. I had a problem where the Hulk did not beat the crap out of Loki, or was on screen with Loki too much, or really did any interaction with Loki as a familiar thing from the Avengers. So I have a problem with that missed opportunity. I have a huge issue with the hammer because that is the whole point of him being worthy or not being worthy is so he doesn't lose his focus. So, but the problem is now that Odin said that he didn't need the hammer and that the energy is within him. That's like some cornball thing out of the 80s or 70s or whatever. You have the power in you. So now he has unlimited potential. He never needs the hammer again. It doesn't matter if he's worthy or not. He's unstoppable. Like, he's very strong. And you just made the hammer worthless. You made it where you can never have the hammer again. And if you do, it's kind of pointless and stupid. Even if you recreate it, it wouldn't make sense for Thor to ever have the hammer again. So I have a problem. It's almost like saying that Spider-Man doesn't need to shoot webs anymore. Thor without the hammer doesn't work for me. Okay? Big time. And I have a problem with that. Now, another problem I have is the fact that you basically destroyed your home. And now we got Asgard on a spaceship. And I have a problem with that too, because I have a feeling Loki stole the other cosmic cube and he could restore, like a reset button, Asgard in 5 seconds. I don't believe Odin's dead. I think he's just doing something. Maybe he knows about Thanos. He's on a separate journey, he said. I don't think Odin's dead at all. I have a problem with the Warriors 3 dying. I have a problem with a lot of the Asgardians dying, the soldiers and everything. I don't think that's cool at all. But it's expectable. I mean, it's acceptable. Now, I was not crazy that she was his sister, because she's not his sister in the comics. His sister is Angela, who was in the Spawn universe, created by Neil Gaiman and Todd McFarlane, but Neil Gaiman got the sole rights to it and basically made it that Odin had sent her away into another universe. She came back, but she was like angelic, not really like Death. I know Marvel has a problem with Mistress Death and Thanos, and they're not going to do Mistress Death. They may do Hela. Billy, come in if you're going to respond. They may do Hela as Mistress Death to be with Thanos, and my whole point is that Hela, her powers as a god, she's the goddess of death, so she can't be killed. She could reborn herself. Like, she could basically come back to life. That's her powers. He has powers of lightning. She could basically not die and come back, I think. And Loki, I don't know why Loki didn't go against his sister, really. I have a problem with, if you're going to have a team to go to Asgard to stop Hela, then why ain't they stopping Hela? I don't know why it's just the Valkyrie and Thor, and Loki's not really doing much. The Hulk's not really doing much. I mean, I liked it that the Executioner turned on Hela. That was great, because he never really wanted to be with her in the first place. He was just kind of didn't want to die. I did like the line that we've said many times as a joke on the Everything Show, and we said it about Idris Elba's character, that he was a doorman and he had one job. I found that very funny that they used that line to the Executioner, like, you had one job, dude. You're a doorman, and you can't even do that right. So that was pretty much what we've said in the past. We joked with Idris Elba. Now, Idris Elba, I'm glad that they tied things in, sort of like the Vision from Age of Ultron when he was in the puddle, that this, like, almost a similar room that they were in and stuff like that. But again, my big problem is that you eliminate the hammer and you make it that he's so powerful that then the whole purpose of him being worthy or not from Thor 1 and Thor 2 is irrelevant. So basically, you don't need the hammer anymore. And that's just, you can't make it where something happens, he's unstoppable, and he can just turn evil good, and he never loses his powers. So the whole point of Thor is he has to be with the hammer constantly. You can't do that. So I have a problem with that. And again, I just have a lot of I love the movie. I thought it was very funny, and I thought it fits to make the movie very comical. I thought Jeff Goldblum was the perfect choice. Yeah. Hi, Billy. But I don't know why they didn't have Hulk go after Hela. I don't know why Loki didn't fight Hela. I don't know why they didn't utilize those characters to go after Hela right away. And again, the Hulk is, you don't know how strong he is. He keeps getting stronger. He could have fought Hela. It would have worked. And I'm really upset he didn't punch Loki in the face or something. Like, they should have had them on screen together, Loki and the Hulk. We didn't get that opportunity. So yeah, I have some issues with the movie. And again, if you think about it,
tell me how you really feel.
They made it where they're so effing tough. And they didn't even fight Thanos yet. Okay? The stuff that's done with Loki and Thor and how he's, like, you know, after getting a beating from the Hulk and he's still not dead, or how, I mean, I didn't like that he lost an eye. I got to tell you, I was not happy with that. I didn't see that why they need to do that. Like, his father lost an eye, he lost an eye. I don't like that comparison. I don't like that at all. I don't think that was needed. So yeah, you cannot basically change the foundation of the character. He has to be with the hammer, just like Spider-Man needs to shoot webs. You can't do that. So I have that big problem with it. But other than that, I loved it. I love Jeff Goldblum. I thought he was the funniest thing. I like that the Valkyrie was away on that world, that she's still tied in with Asgard. I'm upset that the Warriors 3 died, and I know why Lady Sif wasn't in there, because of her contractual obligations to Blind Spot, that she could not get away. They'll explain that she's been searching for the Infinity Gems or something, I'm sure. But other than that, it was a good movie. I wouldn't say it was great. It was good. It wasn't a bad movie. It was a good movie. A lot of things pushed it over the top for me. But again, I have some issues comic book wise with it. Now, the funniest thing was Stan Lee cutting his friggin' hair. That was the greatest thing ever. I loved it, and I loved that they were just joking around with each other. I mean, I love that Mark Ruffalo was like, you know, Him and Chris Hemsworth was funny. Loki, it was touching that he was upset that his father accepted him after all he's done, and then wants to be a good guy, kind of, somewhat in his own weird way.
Yeah.
So
does correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't the hammer supposed to like balance his power that he has?
no, the power is the hammer. That's what it's supposed to be in the comics.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in this universe.
In this universe, he needed the hammer to learn his powers. That's what Odin said.
Oh. Because I think they confirmed that he's getting some variation of a hammer in Infinity War.
I just don't see how you could ever do a Thor unless...
I want to see the axe hammer thing.
Yeah. But again, you can never do an unworthy thing, that he's unworthy of the hammer. Because then he's always... But that's my point. If he's ever unworthy, it doesn't matter. He's super powerful. You don't need it. And I don't like that. I don't like that he there's no checks and balances.
Take a shot every time Joe doesn't like something.
No, but there needs to be checks and balances. You can't make it like that, and again, Odin is not dead. Odin said he's going on his own journey. I think it has something to do with Thanos or something. There's no way he's dead. He's just power levels are very blocked. Nobody can see where he is.
If Hulk would have fought Hela, who was gonna fight the big ass wolf?
He could have defeated the wolf quicker, and then he could have used the wolf. He could have rode the wolf. He could have did whatever.
Rode the wolf, yes.
That would have been cool.
Oh my god, that would have been awesome.
If he would have ripped if he would have pulled on the wolf's tongue, the wolf felt like a puppy, and then he would have listened to Hulk the Master. That would have been cool.
Hulk the Master.
Yeah.
Sorry again, my camera's not working. It's being stupid.
That's okay. But again, it's hard for me because I love the movie, but at the same time, Marvel movies tend to do stuff where, they have a villain problem. This problem is, and I really think she's not dead. I think she's the goddess of death. That's her power. She can never die, really. So
is Surtur dead?
No, because why would he kill himself?
Because he blew up Asgard, so I wasn't sure.
He blew up Asgard, but he blew up Asgard, but I think he's in space somewhere, some type of thing. I don't think he died. Okay. I don't think he would. Yeah, it would be cool to see the Collector and the Grandmaster together as brothers.
I liked how ballsy they were to kill off who they did and then took out Asgard, but at the same time, they could have fucking given the Warriors 3 some more shit to do.
That was pathetic.
They just died like it was nothing.
That's disrespectful, I thought.
The only one who had a moment kind of was the Asian guy.
Yeah. But that was pretty bad that happened,
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And Lady Sif's probably gonna, because they're in space now in S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, she's probably in space.
Up on there.
Yeah. And again, the whole point is, I don't know if they're gonna do the storyline, but technically she's supposed to be his chosen wife, but he doesn't choose her. He chooses the Enchantress.
Did anybody did anybody see the set photo of Infinity War with Robert Downey Jr.?
What, the new one?
He was wearing some kind of shield outfit.
Oh, I didn't see it, no.
Yeah. I like when they meet Doctor Strange and he brings Loki to that portal and he's like, I have been falling for 30 minutes.
Yeah, no, that was great. Which basically is dude, I'm Doctor Strange. You suck. It's I
dude,
can
he's
just
so OP.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
maybe that's why Loki's screwing with him in the comics and becomes Sorcerer Supreme.
Also, was he wearing was Doctor Strange wearing the Infinity Stone again?
Yeah, Agamotto?
Yeah.
I didn't recall. I wasn't paying attention.
I thought he was wearing it, but I can't remember. And I was like, wait a minute, didn't they lock that shit up?
See, originally, again, they did cut all this stuff. Odin was a homeless person in New York, and they had these things where they felt that that didn't go over with people well.
They said it would.
It was depressing. It was kind of
depressing in New York.
Yeah, it's depressing, and then it's even worse. They had to make it like he was okay, and in
Yeah.
Norway or whatever, and he forgave Loki and Thor, but it just felt weird, like when he's talking to them, like almost as if he wasn't really there, and
Yeah.
they filmed his part afterwards because it didn't like when he didn't really look at them in the eye, and it wasn't really like or touch them, he didn't hug them or nothing. It was weird. It was almost as if he filmed his part afterwards.
Doctor Strange was wearing his gloves.
Doctor Strange was great. Stanley was excellent.
Do you like Korg?
Yeah. Yes, I did.
No, Mix did. Yes, I accidentally stepped on him. I've been carrying him around all day.
Were they trying to insinuate that the Valkyrie and the Hulk had something going on?
Dude, she totally fucked the Hulk.
Because they were like messing around with each other. It was like, ow.
Okay. Somewhere.
Okay.
Big man.
Naked Hulk.
Yeah.
That's in my
brain.
Yeah. I like how Thor screamed when he was gonna get his hair cut.
I like he goes through that tunnel when he first gets
the
there.
Wonka theme.
And he's like, "You are now about to meet the Grand
But the music from the background, yeah.
This is Willy Wonka.
Yeah, and then it was then he's like, "Oh, I like that spark thing that you have. It's just pretty cute." Like,
look at that! Look, he's threatening me.
Yeah, I was hysterical.
Like how pissed off he got that the Quinjet didn't recognize him.
Yeah, and the lady that was with the Grandmaster, the big lady, she's like trying to get him to kill the Valkyrie or whatever, and he's like, "No."
Did you see both the after credit scenes?
Yes.
He's like, all right, everybody, it's a good revolution.
It's a tie. Yeah. But he's powerful. He's not. They didn't show him really use his powers.
He's the collector's brother.
But he's strong too. He makes it like he's a weakling. He could probably like beat the crap out of people.
You see, anywhere else, not on Sakaara, I'd be 1 billion years old. But here,
yeah. So you get him, Ego, you get all these people together. Damn.
Ego gone.
So now that was Thanos' ship?
Yes. Okay, here's what I think happened.
Thanos is going to kick people's ass, and then Thor's going to run away or something? Or
when Loki was going to get the crown to summon Surtur, or whatever, he walks past the Tesseract.
Yeah, he took it though.
So he totally took
the
it.
cube.
So he probably is like, hey, I still owe this to Thanos, and if I give it to him, he probably won't kill me or something.
No, I don't think I think he took it to restore Asgard. Or if it went down, like the cosmic, it's kind of the cosmic cube, because the cosmic cube could undo.
I thought the Tesseract.
In New York. That's in. They still have that. That's the cosmic cube. It was a cube. It's cube shape. You could do a lot of things with the cosmic cube. You could restore. The
Tesseract's the Infinity Stone from Avengers.
Yeah, but the cosmic cube is a thing itself. Is a different thing itself. What's up?
Oh, hello.
Did you see Thor?
I saw it yesterday for $8 Tuesday.
Tell me.
I loved it. It's like Jack Kirby came back from the dead. Hated the movie.
AmberStreet.com.
There you go.
That too.
So tell us, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it?
Overall, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. I thought it was a pretty solid Avengers film.
Okay.
I mean, I didn't care for the first Thor movie, and the second one, the trailers for the second one bored me to the point where I didn't even bother to go see it in theaters.
Right.
And I remember one time I tried to watch The Dark World on Netflix, and after the first 5 minutes, I got bored, and I was like, I'm not going to finish watching this.
Okay.
But this one seemed like more like a lead up to Infinity War, which is everything I hoped it would be. I thought it was pretty good. I mean, the only drawback that I had, I didn't like that they made it where he just naturally has lightning superpowers.
Yeah,
that was the key to the character in the comic book.
The hammer
was the hammer, and I didn't like that. I thought they were going to make it like in the comic book. He lost the hammer, and then he got a new hammer.
Yeah, became unworthy.
I thought they were going to do that. That would have been more interesting. But overall, I mean,
you have the power inside you. Just You know, it's like, oh, come on.
I mean, like
Yeah.
Kate Blanchett was awesome as Goddess of Death. That was
Yeah.
just like something out of Jack Kirby comic book. Her
Yeah.
headgear, they were really brave with that. I mean, like the one thing I've always hated about like some of the like X-Men movies, and I mean I like the X-Men movies, but one of the things I disliked about it was how they muted everything down and tried to make it look realistic. You know, they were not, they were, it was almost like they were afraid to embrace the iconography of the comics. This movie was not afraid to embrace the iconography of the comics.
Yeah.
I really liked the fight scenes in the beginning of the movie where he has the hammer and he's swinging it around.
Oh, that was great.
That was great. It looked just like the comic.
Fantastic. Yeah.
the ice and snow.
I loved it. It was fantastic.
But yeah, I was a little disappointed with the way they made it where he didn't really need the hammer. It was just all a ploy. And, you know, and but overall, it was still an entertaining movie. It was like you took Lord of the Rings and you took Star Wars and you took superheroes and you mashed it all together. And Flash Gordon, yeah, I put it all together. It was different. Jeff Goldblum was great as the
Grandmaster.
The Grandmaster. He was great. I love that, you know, because a lot of people who, you know, that's the key thing with bad guys is the best bad guys don't think they're bad guys.
Right.
And so his dialogue was written really well. Well, please don't use the S word. They're not they're not slaves. They're prisoners with jobs.
Yeah. That's great. I know. I love that line too. That was hysterical.
Yeah. I like it when in the Epic Gladiator scene when Hulk comes out, goes like, Loki, look who it is.
Yeah, they should have did something with that.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
No banner, only Hulk.
Yeah.
No, but Joe, the Tesseract and the Cosmic Cube and the Space Infinity Stone are all the same thing in this universe.
But they're in on Earth.
What's on Earth?
The Tesseract and all that stuff.
No, the Tesseract is on Asgard. That's what Loki was looking at.
Okay.
Because what I assume happened is Loki took it, and that's why Thanos.
But that was but the Tesseract was in Age of Ultron.
No, the Mind Stone was in Loki's scepter in Age of Ultron.
Okay.
Which is the Mind Stone is what Thanos.
I like it how she knocked the gauntlet down like it sucked.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
Well, it was obviously a fake version of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said they were fake stuff. Yeah.
The Mind Stone is what Thanos gave Loki to like control Hawkeye in the first Avengers. So Thanos took a big risk because he gave Loki an Infinity Stone to go get an Infinity Stone, and he ended up losing two basically.
Well, he's going to be having all of them.
So now Loki's probably going to try and give him the Tesseract, and then Thanos is probably going to screw him over.
I don't think he's going to. You think he's going to like try to help out Thanos? I don't think so.
I think he might try in terms of like, hey, that way this Thanos guy doesn't kill me. But Thanos is going to be like, well, you lost my scepter with the Mind Stone, so fuck you. So yeah. Vision has the Mind Stone. Strange has the Time Stone. And then the Nova Corpse has the Power Stone. And then the Collector, I don't know if the Collector still has the Ether, but that was the Reality Stone from Dark World. So there's only one left, which is the Soul Stone, and we don't know where that is. Thanos could already have it, but we don't really know.
Yeah, he probably has it. Unless it's in, it might be a Black Panther movie.
Why would it be there, though?
Where else is it going to be? That's the only movie before
I know, but, like, what would they do with it?
Maybe it's the Soul of the Panther or so, like something, I don't know, something connected, weird, I don't know. I wouldn't think it would be in the Black Panther. Maybe just Thanos just has it. Who knows? I mean, unless Adam Warlock, I don't think they're going to bring him into this stuff. Not until after.
No, he's not coming until Guardians 3.
Yeah.
James Gunn confirmed that.
It would have been great if we would have had that deal with 20th Century Fox.
Did that fall through?
Yeah, it looks. I don't have any confirmed
I saw somebody else
things.
reporting on it today.
It looks like it's full. I have to confirm with Chris, and we have to do it later. But it looks like I think we got something out of it, though.
There's like conflicting reports. So I'm not
I
sure.
think what's going to happen is I think when all is said and done, I think Disney's.
I
think Disney's going to have the rights to the Fantastic Four. And
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Galactus and
that's
Silver
what I want the
Surfer and
most.
King the Conqueror and the Skrulls, which we're borrowing the Skrulls. I think that we got them already. That's why the Fantastic Four's comics coming back in 2018 because we have them. I think that's what it
Steampunk
is.
gonna say something?
I got Steampunk.
Yeah, I wonder is Kate Blanchett going to come back for Avengers: Infinity War?
I think so. I think she's going to be the goddess of death.
In the
with
comic
Thanos.
books, Thanos had like an affair with Death.
Mistress Death.
Or Mistress.
But there is no Mistress Death in
Well,
Marvel
I don't know.
Universe and
I don't know
cinematic.
because in this movie, I mean, obviously the comics are different, but like in this movie, I got the impression that all of her power came from Asgard, and then they destroyed Asgard, so it destroyed her. I think that was the point.
But her,
Yeah, then they changed it. They said Asgard's not a place. Asgard is a people.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
She could like imprison the people and then gain power from them.
I don't know.
I
They're
guess
so
we'll see.
Weird with that, yeah. But
Well, it was a
I
little
think
bit vague. They built up that that they needed to destroy Asgard, and they did. But then they said Asgard was not a place; it was a people. So, and then why would Thanos want to capture all the people of Asgard? Because that's obviously Thanos.
He's looking for Loki.
Isn't Death in the comics like a skeleton?
Mistress Death well, she could be, but she could also be the most beautiful person there is.
Wasn't there one point where Thanos and Deadpool were fighting over her?
Yeah, Deadpool married Mistress Death.
Death in the comics.
Deadpool married her.
That's awesome.
Well, the one thing that Death has going for her in the comics is she has a very model-like figure.
Yeah, and she also appeared in Scarlet Spider recently.
Joe, was it you that said it would be funny if Deadpool was in Infinity War, and he'd be like, "Yo, Thanos, you're an alien, right?
Yeah, you go F
speak
yourself.
English. Yeah, fuck you."
Well,
Great.
If Disney finishes its purchase of Fox, that actually could happen. It's not happening.
There's a lot of things. Even if it was going to happen, the Federal Trade Commission may not allow it because it's a monopoly. They're not allowed to have multiple sports networks. They're not allowed to have multiple channel things. It's really a thing where I think we're going to get some things from the purchase. I think we're going to get the original Star Wars trilogy untouched, meaning Han shot first. I think we're going to get that.
The problem with federal monopoly law is the federal government hasn't enforced it since the 80s.
No, they've enforced stuff. They've stopped stuff from happening. They stopped companies from getting too big. Or they force people to splinter.
Viacom's pretty damn big. They own a big chunk.
Yeah, but
they also own Disney.
I doubt that they're gonna. I think that honestly, we got the Fantastic Four back. I'm almost sure.
Oh crap! We got to get through this secret door. What's the password? It's the F word. Deadpool already said it.
I really want to see. Just think if we got to borrow Wolverine, Hugh Jackman said he would definitely come back with the Avengers if he gets to be with the Avengers.
Ooh.
So,
that's true because in the comics, Wolverine later became an Avenger.
So if we can get him on a loaner that he's an Avenger member,
that's not a knife.
That would be great to have him back. And I think we should borrow Deadpool also. I think they should do it like they should put Deadpool in the next Thor movie because that's what the guy wanted. He wanted Deadpool in it, so that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Deadpool in Thor. Great.
You can't just anymore, Toto.
Yeah.
Watch out for his hands. They sparkle.
I would just love for Deadpool just to go to Thanos. Hey, Thanos! Go fuck yourself. I would be like, whoa.
You just call him, like, well, look, it's Grimace.
Yeah.
I want to see the Grandmaster talk to the Collector.
Yeah. They can go over how things failed. Like, yeah.
Did you,
these people screwed up my lab. Yeah, well, these people did that. You know, it's like, okay.
The Collector is confirmed to be in Infinity War, but I don't know about the Grandmaster.
Oh, please. Spider-Man Homecoming kids are in friggin' Infinity War. Everybody's in Infinity War.
The only thing I worry about with Infinity War, if you look at the Internet Movie Database credits for Infinity War, there are a million characters in that movie, and I wonder.
Agent Carter is in Infinity War.
Yeah, so like, how is that gonna?
I'm telling you right now. Watch Agent Coulson show up.
They have to.
Okay. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because they said this is the culmination of like
that's
everything.
why Shield didn't get canceled, because they need to have it around.
I know.
Did you
telling
see? Did you see the set photos where it's like a flashback or something, or maybe time travel?
With Loki and see, I think that's why he probably has the Cosmic Cube, but maybe he's gonna do something. I'm telling you.
I wish Daredevil could be in Infinity War.
Yeah, they won't.
Dude, if
they won't do that,
they will not do any focus on the Netflix shows. The only thing I could see them possibly doing with that is where it shows like the Earth like in peril, and then you just see like a quick shot of them like fighting off aliens or something.
Yeah, I gotta tell you. Well, you know what? We'll talk about it on here. There is a better chance than usual that we're gonna have a Marvel and DC movie.
Disney's gonna buy DC.
No, nobody's buying nothing. They did somehow in the past. They put aside their differences and they did a Marvel vs. DC comic. And lately,
yeah, I read that. I read that in middle school.
There's a whole bunch of series, right?
Is that the one where they like fuse?
Well, no, that was afterwards. But there is they've been trying to get good relations where they're not fighting each other like the Marvel vs. DC rivalry that exists. And, James Gunn has been talking with Jeff Johns, and people have been nice. So I honestly think by them throwing names out of, they said Black Widow in Arrow, and they said the Incredible Hulk in Flash,
Yeah.
I think that they're gonna have, I think we will have that in the next 5 years. We will have Avengers vs. Justice League or something.
I don't know about 5 years. I'd say more like 15.
Within 5 or 10. Well, within 5 or 10 years, I think we'll have it.
Flash was terrible.
So, but hopefully.
You like Doctor Who? I do. Since you became a lady. Hashtag feminism.
That was some shit. Let me tell you, that was the biggest bullshit I've ever seen.
That whole episode was bullshit.
I haven't.
I'm the Flash.
Hashtag feminism 4 times in the episode.
Correct, Billy. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? And Ben, too. This was the first Flash episode in history that he didn't use his powers and he didn't put the costume on.
Yes.
Yeah, you're right.
It was a feminism episode from the SJW.
Which I'm sorry, false advertisement. If I'm going to watch The Flash, I want to see The Flash. I don't want to see...
I haven't seen the episode
They said feminism, I don't know how many times.
4.
Okay, now
and then they had the other one, her boobs were basically popping out. The other one that's married to Joe, purposely.
And at the end, Iris said, "We are strong women."
And they said, "Hey guys, no, it's not guys, it's girls." It's like, how corny then could you be?
And then
no, dude, the best line is from Joe and Joe's daughter, where she says something about Doctor Who, and he's like, "Oh, you're a fan of Doctor Who?" And she goes, "Oh, ever since he became a lady, I am." Hashtag feminism.
We see how they said 1 through 7. They were like talking like they're trying to see if anybody can catch on. Yeah.
I want to be a stripper for the female feminist experience and other male gaze.
Real quick, back to Thor.
Horrible Flash episode. Again.
I was gonna say there was a alternate ending for Grandmaster that they shot where instead of like him showing up at like with the garbage people.
Yeah.
That he snuck onto like Thor's like ship at the end, like with that other person, and they were like sneaking around, like trying to blend in.
Oh wow, that's funny. I like Thor's costume, mate.
Oh, did you see that?
Marvel having Thor wearing the helmet. He wears it in Thor 1 for like 5 seconds, and then Thor Ragnarock he wears it for a short second.
I would like to see a movie with Thor's missing eyeball. And then
I can't believe you lost an eye.
Yeah, they use like the eyeball lightning powers to make like a lightning gun. That would be great. Like Thor eyeball gun.
I can't believe you
Did you see those people's Thor Theater 4D screening?
No, what was that?
These people went to a showing of Ragnarock. Just random people in a theater going to watch it. And all of a sudden James Corden pops up on the screen and he's like, "Why I stopped your movie, and you're probably a little mad." And he's like, but you're here to witness the future. And like, he starts like doing like a play of Thor Ragnarok, and then the actual cast members were there, and like putting on a play version of the movie with.
Well, I gotta watch that now because I didn't want to watch it because I didn't see
cheap
it. Yeah.
Props and stuff, like, and it was really funny.
That I gotta see now. Now that you mention it, because I didn't want to get spoiled, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch.
I would like to see them do like another Hulk solo movie, co-starring like Black Widow and Valkyrie. They could have like a little threesome action.
They're actually doing a all-female movie with all of them in it. Actually,
Dude,
they are gonna do a Force, I guess, Avengers Force or whatever. It's gonna be Gamora, Nebula, Black Widow, all of them. Valkyrie,
I would watch Hulk and Valkyrie pornography.
Oh, stop. Terrible. There goes our advertiser friendly. Damn it. We lost it again.
Fuck you, advertisers.
Every single day. All right.
Sorry.
That's all right. So yeah, I gotta watch that play with James Corden. Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is funny.
Arrow's on tomorrow. That's right.
Yeah.
Deathstroke.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're gonna come back with another cast. Thank you very much, guys. Take care. Bye for now.
Bye.